your computer failed you.
Yes. In the worst of ways. You know, I think the whole beginning is probably going to be 2 episodes, and I'll just split it up. That'll be pretty good, because I forgot how long this battle and stuff, this story takes before we actually get thrown into the first story battle on the other side.
Spoilers.
Oh, come on,
Anyways,
everybody knows about
yeah,
this game.
yeah, yeah. But you know, spoilers for people who are just watching this for the first time. Anyways,
Oh,
introductions. I am Silvermoon.
and of course I am Sixsevsairis, the Engaged Gamers. And it looks like they're already picking on mute. Like 10
Hmm.
seconds into the game, and that's
Well,
okay.
this is it's called exposition and character introduction.
I understand. I just it sucks that they had to make him the butt of the jokes so early on, because it influences the entire realm that we get thrown into here.
Again, spoilers.
I'm not telling them how it gets affected. I'm just saying that. Oops.
True, true, true.
I guess I will just be. You know, I think I'll name him after your username. Oh, and then I'm using the wrong button. I set up the controls.
Why my username?
No reason. No, I won't do that to you. You got all scared. It's like, no, not me. I can't do it. And we'll just be informal with it. That's fine. I said.
Yeah, sure, why not? It is worth noting that I do believe that that your character name and a certain other name you input also affects the random number generator's name of the characters that go with you and you face.
I wish you had told me that before I had done this. That's okay though. Lessons learned. That's an interesting thing I didn't know about at all.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe, and that's probably the reason why, Nintendo Power went with the default names, and they got starring characters that were the same names as the starting characters I got. So,
That's very possible. I didn't check Nintendo Power, so I wouldn't have had anything to reference it to. Other than playing other people's games every now and then, I had a few friends that let me play on their files. I actually learned a lot like that. Just about the game
yeah.
in general. But go on.
Yeah, typical tutorial stuff, and what better thing than a fun snowball fight?
Considering it's almost winter when I start this, I just looking outside and knowing that there's going to be a pile of snow there, it's like, no, this is not fun. It's kind of sad, but
Well, when you're a kid, it's fun, you know?
yeah, well, it has to be fun or you're already an adult and winter is no good for you. I will enjoy this snowball fight though, honestly. It reminds me of happier times.
Indeed, indeed.
And you're just a little kid throwing snowballs and you have no idea about the way of the world. I'm letting you guys read the text as you want to, since there's already been a Season 1 and you've already been subject to that text once. If you want, you can stop and read it. If not, they're just talking. They were actually, part of that was strategical at the very beginning. I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's no better than if she were on the ground right there. No, I didn't want to do it. I actually wanted to compare to right here. Yeah, it's the same chance of hitting and everything.
Same damage, same chance to hit.
That's... you know what? Defensively, this is actually pretty good. I think I'll just line my characters up and make a wall. That way it's harder to get behind mute.
But also it's worth noting some of the names of these kids that are in this on the enemy team, because pretty interesting in one of the missions, one of the optional ones.
And actually, they roam the world map after that. If you see,
Did not remember.
I've seen it in my LP. I've come across them multiple times. Either it was in story or just so happens that I was fighting someone on the random map, which didn't happen that much. Excuse me. But let's see here. Who's a good target this time? Well, Lyle, he has the most HP. We're just getting into some of our later game tactics already, just because it's smart to do that. And that hit him alright. I'm pretty happy about that. I want to wait in this direction, please. No, this direction. I'm playing with the joystick. I've got my Xbox 360 controller. Bastardizing the game, but it's comfortable. Don't judge me.
I was just trying to make a remark on that.
I figured that was coming.
It still has all the buttons you need.
Yep.
You know?
And that's why it works. Oh, there I go again. I'm not used to the controls yet. Mute. Throw a snowball at Lyle. Don't be a sissy. Oh, that's Kyle. Alright, Colin. Why did 75% chance to hit? Mute. It's your day.
That's awesome. No wonder the bullies are... Wait, no, they're just targeting him to bully him.
Yeah.
What do I think?
Well, actually, they're targeting him because he has the lowest evasion. Oh, I left him in that position. That's my fault. He got hit in the back of the head. Let's see here.
Oh, there's Kitsune.
He sounded a little angry.
Sorry if my voice is making you angry, Kitsune. I'll try to keep it down so you can sleep.
I don't even know what he's doing right now. He's just on the floor meowing. This seems to be a much more interesting tactic for this battle. Did you see that critical that Ritz got?
Really?
Mm-hmm. It did 1 damage.
The 1 damage critical. That's a first in a video game. Especially for a Final Fantasy game, because most criticals are like 9999, 9999, 9999.
Yeah, especially later game. In this one, for example.
Yeah.
And now they're picking on Mute. Like, straight up, they threw a rock in that snowball, and now his forehead's bleeding, even though the sprites are too small for us to see it, damn it. Oh, sorry, I got a little overexcited there. Yeah, see, here's their explanation as to why they hit him. Easy points. And Ritz has the correct response there. The ends do not justify the means.
Yeah.
But he continues with his ends justifies the means, and hits with a low blow against Ritz as well, because her mother actually has to dye her hair every night.
Yeah. For once, they give a reason why a character's hair is in a natural color.
I know, it's great. It's interesting how these characters grow through this story. I won't spoil her character growth, but I'm actually quite impressed by it.
Yeah, because we didn't get that far in the original.
That's true as well. I'm trying not to spoil things that haven't been spoiled yet by the game itself. But we did actually hear from Ritz saying she had to dye her hair. In the other world. Oh, there I go spoiling it again. This is pretty lame world. Just saying.
Yeah, but then again, you don't see much of it. I mean, maybe since oh wait, Sega's the one who acquired Atlas. Never mind. I was about to suggest that they could very well make a game with the Persona game engine actually show more of the town and in that sort of map, but you know.
I was just shocked when you said that Sega bought, and I don't even remember now.
Yeah, Sega did buy Atlas.
Why?
Sega did buy Atlas. I have no idea, but they did, and it doesn't appear to have affected anything, at least not yet.
Atlas owns all of Shin Megami Tensei, correct?
And Persona.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, Persona is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah. Which is ironic, really.
But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Sega even bought them because they're kind of in dire financial straits with their franchises not selling. I mean, if it wasn't for Nintendo, Bayonetta 2 would never have gotten produced because Sega didn't have the money.
It's very interesting how some of that stuff all works out, considering Sega should be, by all means, no longer existent. The only reason they're still alive today is because of Sonic.
And yet the Sonic fan base is full of, well, immature nostalgia glasses glued on their faces.
I'm
jerks.
no better because I only like 2 Sonic games. Sonic 2 and Sonic Triple Trouble for the Game Gear.
You've never tried Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
I've tried it, but I'm not in love with it. It's actually a bit harder for me, and I just don't have the patience with it that I would have at a younger age. I can go play something like this and actually do something with an hour's worth of time, for example. I don't know. I was always weird about, like, Mario Brothers. I only like Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario Brothers it's the one for the SNES. Can't remember the name of it
All
now.
Stars?
No, it was the
Super Mario World?
yeah. Have a
But
hard
yeah, I
time.
think the fan base is overcritical of the newer games, the Sonic fans, because I mean, sure, Sonic Unleashed, that had the Werehog as a bad point, but come on, Sonic 2006, that was actually planned to be released on Sonic's 16th anniversary. And the fans complained that they wanted it on the 15th, because 15 is a more common anniversary year, so Sega caved, gave them the game they wanted, cutting a year of development time, and then they get angry that the game sucks.
Well, that's the kind of thing that happens. I'm more critical of the old games, so I won't even think about the new games. That's just the way that I've done it. But I know a lot of people, like you say, are hypercritical of the second generation of Sonic games. But
Well, it's not that, but the Genesis fanboys, they're all like, oh, the ones that are on the Genesis will always be the best, and I'm like, seriously? Really?
I'm willing to give
Because-
them a try because I haven't played them yet, but just by looks, I'm against them as well.
I mean, I can understand why they're good. I mean, I've played the original Sonic via the version on the iPod, but I pretty much did this exploit where if you exit a level and then come back in, it comes back in on the first level with all the lives you had at the beginning of the first level.
Interesting.
And if you do this during a special stage on the iPod version, on the click wheel iPod version, mind you, it will before you go to something that would normally kick you out of the special stage, it will actually start you at the beginning of the special stage.
Huh.
So I got all the Chaos Emeralds the first time through by abusing this.
That's very interesting. I'd just like to say that your microphone did that thing again, so I'm pretty sure that you have a short in your cord, which I apologize, viewers, that I have to make mention of that. I mean, it did go on for a while there.
Or it could be the internet. It could very well be the internet, or the noise canceling on my headset adjusting. It could be any number of things, really.
That's very possible.
Let's see what I
I just wanted to make mention of some things that passed here in the game real quick while you do that. We met Mute's father, and Mute was going to buy a book. We really glossed over that. That's going to be important here in like 2 seconds. So I thought I would just catch everybody up to the game.
Important.
Because we got way off topic. Go ahead.
But but about the internet thing, you keep in mind I have a crappy CenturyLink internet connection, and I'm getting and you're sharing the screen with me. So odds are, that's taking up a good bit of bandwidth. So don't be surprised if the quality changes from time to time.
That makes a lot of sense. But it's something that happens in your other videos as well, like it was happening in Twilight Princess. That's the only reason why I'd figured that would be the case. It didn't happen at all during Blade Wolf, though, so...
Yeah, and this is with the same headset that I was doing with the Blade Wolf DLC, so...
Which, spoiler alert, you would have already seen the Blade Wolf story mode for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance before you see this episode of this series. I totally just dated the content, and I don't care, because it's planned that way. We have a daily schedule, and this is slotted to go out on the same day as that 1 week later.